work together and to construct the information in a complementary way with fabrics, components, manufacturer, and all the trends done here all together. So thank you, have a good presentation, and thank you, Lucia, for your work.
Hello everybody, and nice to see you here. Lots of people, so I'm very happy, and it's a pleasure. Thank you, Pascaline, to introduce me, and also it's a pleasure to work with Première Vision because they give us, the freedom to do our presentation and use our creativity and our fonts. So, welcome to the presentation. This is a fit concept trends presentation we call Revalue. And also we select also this word because there is a big change nowadays we are facing. First of all, revalue. What is the meaning? And just some words to introduce the concept. We are in this moment, in the future, in the fashion, we are facing a big transformation. And this is due because of the technical fabric and all the needs from the people. So the people need more performance, they need more technical features. So this is going to change the face of the product. In the other hand, there is a big transformation, as we already told this morning from Première Vision presentation. We need to redefine the product. And this is pushed by climate emergency. So we know we don't need to, let's say, talk again. We have to say again, but we are facing a moment that is very, a big change. And we need to redefine the product. As this combined with the feature of the fabric and combined with the new needs, we have to make better choices. And so we have to think from beginning to the end under environmental and technological challenges. And another important thing is about the new digital consumer, and especially the new generation. So everybody's talking about the generation, about, millennial. There is a lot of talk, but at the end, these people need to know how the products are created. So traceability is one of the key that are important for the future, and we are working for that. A short video, just to start, a short recap. This big concept in a different way. Instead of, let's say, general fashion trends that are, coming normally in the presentation, we decide to divide by fit concept. That means we study how the lifestyle is changing. And one important thing that, we really understand under the big umbrella about sustainability and about the digital transformation, there are three main important lifestyles are emerging. One is the travel, the second one is about wellness, and the third one is about active and sport. And all these are connected, all these three concepts, three lifestyle, under holistic vision. That means if we talk while we are talking about multiply or able or 24 hours, all are connected under sustainability idea and under holistic vision. And I want to say something about this project that we prepared in collaboration with Première Vision. All the material that you will see in this presentation is original, because we are not using any picture coming from the web, any, let's say, picture coming from Catwalk. We decide to create only original material because we really trust in this moment that it's important to express your unicity and uniqueness. There is a lot to say about copy and paste. So we want to avoid and also to respect you. While you are here and you want to see something original, that's why we created like that. Okay, first concept, multiply. Here, as you can see, is very evident the transformation that I mentioned before. So the volume are expanding, and there's a futuristic sensibility here, and is incorporated by color and volume together. There's a true general volume. As I explained before, the new material lets you to create different shape. Because we have very, let's say, foldable things, very elastic, there is a lot of stretchiness, so we can play with the volume. And the genderless needs open new path in design. The volume are exaggerated and combined together in multi-bubble, color block, and bright new shades. Also the micro pattern, so we enlarge also the pattern. Multi-material and multi-layering. And then the first book board, as you can see, we decided to use 3 or 4 pictures that are coming from our research. Here, for example, we went to the Biennale of Architecture when they create a special project about bubble as a future life. And this really inspired us about to create a new face. And we have some keywords like inflected bubble shapes, deconstructed beauty, amplified volume, baroque regulation, and gender names. So this really is the key word to understand the story and the concept. And for each outfit, we decide to give a name in order to better remember the logic and a kind of keywords. And for example, these 2 outfits we call puffed up and contourless. And we have also focused on every page and every 2 outfits, we have a focus. For example, here we have a magnified pattern. As I explained before, we have a very big print or laser or embroidery. And of course, we have a recycle and bag accessory. And about the lady, we enlarge the volume of the coat. And also we can have a regulation on the pants to create a different bubble, so different layer and different volume. And for the men or let's say genderless, we have contourless. So reinvented extra large vest. That's also combining, the bright color like red, because we have some bright color here playing, and big embroidery or big laser pattern. This is a genderless, so reinvented vest. There is no any position, so there is no waist, no hip. It's just a bubble. The second couple, as you can see, we enlarge again, very focused about ultra-pigmented, soft, alternative fiber. So it's very bright red here, and we can play, can be any color, can be coated or can be over-dyed, as we say this morning. But important, these two, there is no very heavy wash, it's not very strong stone wash, but need to be, let's say, very soft. Because all the shape needs to be enlarged and work freely. And for hair, we have the bubble, let's say the top part is more round, and then we have a shower, there's let's say a kind of printed shower or corroded fabric in indigo. That's give a long shape, and elongated shape with the bubble on the top. These 2 are important focus again about the deep opaqueness. So the fabric here needs to be matte. Then we have other group that will be more shiny, more let's say iridescent, but here is matte. So because of finishing are not evident, extremely, let's say, soft because the color needs to be evident. At the end, it's very wearable, but it's soft touch. For the upgraded overall, as you noted, there is one important thing or one important trend, as was for the past for the hem. Now for the sleeves, there is a different cut you can apply on the sleeve. For here, we decided to open it to create a new shape, and this is an interesting detail that you can work for the next collection. So work on the sleeve, and you will see even later. And the contrasting colors are created by toning tone. So we can, for example, select the same color, this the kind of dark green, but play with two shades of the same color. And for this lady, throwback 90s, we have a, let's say, quilted agenda here. This is a waistcoat, of course, is coming from a men's wardrobe, but you can use even for, let's say, ladies. And it's matched with, you know, a slow chin pant, a jogger. This is very rounded and soft. The important thing here is the softness. And this is the last couple of this group. The focus is about cultural mix. And this is an important issue. As I say, that travel and cultural mix are important. Cultural mix, and I want to say something about, we don't want to stall, you say, any cultural appropriation. This is an important thing as a respect for the other culture. But we need to be inspired. So at the end, if we are going to be inspired from another culture while we are traveling, of course we can. But we need to be very careful because they have their tradition. So here, for example, we are definitely being inspired from the Far East, but we are filtered in a different way. And to create a different volume, we have adjuster. As you can see in the flowing value, we have adjuster for the sleeve and for the pen. That can be also jewelry, a kind of, let's say, jewelry adjuster. And for the man, we create called many bubbles together, so the sleeve, the top part, and the bottom are all bubble and a larger bubble mixed together. In fact, we call accumulated bubble. This is the second group, and definitely this is one that I really love more for many reasons. Because this is really representing change in our lifestyle. I think all of you are traveling a lot for work or for pleasure. And what we are doing while we are traveling, we are more collecting experience. Sometimes we don't need to buy more things, but we need to explore different countries, different things. So experience. Experience is the right word. And many people travel every day for work. And also another thing, while we are traveling, we are living in known spaces. We call known spaces all the place like airport, like train station, or even when we are using the metro. These are known spaces because while we are traveling, we are using to watch our telephone, we are using to do shopping in the airport. So one of the recent architectural meeting, I was like 2 months ago, they were discussing about the future for our city and how to, let's say, give more enjoyable or create more enjoyable place while we are traveling. And we have to use in a more positive way the place we are living, because otherwise we are losing time, because sometimes we are waiting 1 hour, 2 hours in the airport, and this time can be used in more profitable way. For example, watching a kind of, let's say, art exhibition or meeting people. So this is one of the future. And another important thing, here we have the hybrid thing. The hybrid, of course, is one of the key words for the trend in the future, because we are mixing material like, synthetic fiber, like nylon, like cotton, so mix also the value. And here really is expressed in a good way. And then we have this touch of synthetic green and metallic, electric purple cast, and illuminated effect. And here we have, our mood board, and then we have the keywords, so streamline and geometric shape, also geometric print, and digital, of course. This is very digital. Lax athleisure, fluidity of movement. So while we are traveling, we need to be very flexible. And Technical layering, so we need to have different layers on the same outfit. Square structure, easy packaging, definitely, because we need to pack everything in a small bags. High speed moving and digital illuminated. So here you can see the color is the key color here. The first two outfits, we have a focus on the part wash over dye. So functional multi-layering, weather, change, ready. So as happened for today, it was raining then sun. So you need to be ready every day. So there is a big change in the weather, and so we need to be ready. And we call the weekender, the guy, that's the kind of mixing of different material and different shade of indigo. So we have dark and bright blue and green mixed together with a nylon gray. And for her, the tech savvy, also for her is an interesting detail because we call life-saving printed scarf. Because you need to be ready when you have air conditioner, when it's hot weather, you have a scarf to protect yourself. And here you can note all the digital print. Of course, we are using digital print even in denim, or the material they are combining together. And travel with a look for her. So we have focused iridescent, synthetic, and natural. Here the touch, when I'm meaning about synthetic green, this is beautiful. She's beautiful because he's mixing the concept of kimono, very modern kimono, because it's a quilted on nylon, but all the details are in raw denim. And also the skirt, we have a kind of, let's say, stitching with metal yarn, and this beautiful outfit. And for him, we have tech nomad. So weather outwear. So this is super tech. In fact, we call it kind of onion wearing. You have many layers in the same house because you're ready for any kind of weather. The focus here is about the recomposed outfit with resistant polyamide. So yes, we need to have more durable stuff. You need to have more durable garment for a long life and long-lasting things. And here, for example, the guy, this is definitely workwear, inspiration, but in a more elegant way. And we combine two shades of indigo, and then we have the waistcoat, but it's combined with the coat. So we have many layers. And for her, we call major commuter. She's a kind of very, let's say, outdoor taste. So we combine also with the shoes, the winter shoes, and the dress, indigo knitting dress. And these two outfits are nice because this is definitely inspiration is coming from sartorial things for her because she's more formal. But as you can see noted, we can have the coat. This is very big, it's kind of egg shape, and it's printed by with a digital print with a touch of green. And for him, we have a special cut in the jacket. So we insert a part of nylon, so at the end you can create two layers, and adjustable pant, you can have a zipper, so you can use also when you are going by bicycle. So sartorial text. And waterproof denim. So I don't want to repeat what is here, maybe you can read more carefully, but we have a lot of notes that are reconnected with all the trends from Première Vision fabric. 24-hour. This beautiful concept, this is definitely timeless style and design. This is related with long-lasting and ageless. In fact, there is also an issue about ageless because we are not related with your age. Sometimes you're wearing what is the 20 years old is wearing, say 70. So there's also an issue about genderless but also ageless. And there is a combination of elegance and business casual here. A durable and well-made garment. And the trend here is blazer, so business leisure. There is an androgynous sense, a combination between masculine and feminine. With outfits, we look great from the office until the end of the day. So combined with feature. So quick recovery, wrinkle resistant, lasting color, definitely raw refined here. Not wash, more dark indigo and black. In fact, in the mood board you can see, so the black combined with blue is very elegant, it's raw. But the raw need to be also resistant raw, can be, I can say, pre-washed from milk or can be reactive blue. Important thing, while we are combining black and blue, need to don't discharge the color in the garment. And we have enhanced normal core. So it's, okay, we have normal Cabaret Plus. And elegant, slow, chic comfort, redesign the classic, and office scale. Distinctive, super dark. It's very elegant. So contemporary layer here. And the first couple, the focus is on Friday worker blue black. And she's office set. So we have a jacket. This is coming as inspiration from navy, but it's restyling. So at the end, this is something that you must have in your wardrobe because you can use for a long time. That's why we are talking about long-lasting garment. And as a combination, also nice with the socks, long socks in indigo that you can, let's say, apply kind of laser or embroidery. And the two last game for her. So we have a long tunic, and we have a kind of soft printing because this soft printing. It's not aggressive and you can wear it all day long. And of course this is more soft. And there is also interpretation about the stripe. The stripe that are coming directly from sartorial and bespoke, but more soft. And here we have the focus on androgynous look. In fact, you can see you can wear for a man or for a lady, there's no problem. And for him we have a creative director. And for her, the garçon look. As you can note, the man, we have again another jacket, is a double breast jacket. It's a pale indigo, and we create a kind of tone in tone. And we have a pullover, and we work with indigo and black. So it's nice also to play with dark, with black and blue. Even when you wash down, the indigo is nice, because at the end you have this nice contrast. But it need to be soft and elegant. And low approach for him. For her it's nice because again we have this pattern, this is soft pattern, and we have a kind of necktie that you can use as accessory. This is nice here. And for her aperitivo, as I was talking about to work on the sleeve, for her you can see another example. This very important accent that you can add in the sleeve can be the cuff, can be the shoulder, can be in the half sleeve, but this is nice because you can create a kind of irregularity. And we have a skirt that is, let's say, pleated. Of course, it's nice in indigo if you have a kind of polyester because it's at the end is wrinkle resistant. And for him, we call promotion day. This, okay, the outfit is coming from, definitely from outdoor because we have pocket, but it's refreshed because we are using a kind of stripe with the wool inspiration here, and we play with tone in tone indigo, so some wash down and roll together, so it's a casual wear. And okay, this is another interesting group, like one of my favorites, and slow motion. And wellness is one of, as I say when we start, is one of the key words for the future. Everybody's investing in wellness. By the way, it's one of the growing trends and one of the best business in nowadays. We're growing very good. And ambience and clothes that help mentally and physically calm down your stress and rebalancing your needs. And because there is a lot of work about muscle management fabric, for the future we think that wellness style and with medical feature will be very popular. So at the end you can wear the garment that can help yourself to have problem with skin or to be more relaxed. The industry of beauty, as I say, are growing. So we need to self-care about ourselves, a kind of meditation to regain equilibrium. As you can see even from the color that we select for this group, is a pastel, so it's more calming. Even the indigo is more pale indigo. There's a kind of harmonious beauty here. And of course we have a kind of cupro, we have tensa, we have modal, because it's very soft luxe coziness. And of course we have we are very connected with the environment, so environment that means the multisensory experience. And this is the mood board, composed soothing ensemble, so something that relax yourself. And the art of relaxing, soft minimalism. So less printing, less detail, but maybe more layering. Cocoon loungewear, caring evolution, and definitely earth empathy, because we are connected with sustainable and with earth. And comforting material and colors. And here we have focused about watercolor graphics, sustainable washing technology. Can be by, let's say, kind of printing with less aggressive printing. Of course, can be by laser, but need to be tone in tone. And these two, the skirt and the pant for me, are very nice, even as idea. We can give this idea. And there is for her that we call sense of easy. She's wear with different layers. And important is the material. We are also combining different material together. For men, we call chiller. So it's a very soft shoulder. Again, it's a rounded shape, very comfort. There is no hip, there is no waist. It's very rounded. And focus here is about no constriction, sensory emotional wear. Important because for him, we call off of the bed. I think everybody happened to you sometime when you wake up in the morning and weird time, you take all the garments that you have all around on you in the bed just to be more warm and cozy and comfortable. So, and this is kind of inspiration. And here, interesting thing, this is about brown combined with the beige. Important cast for the next winter. Brown and, this beige and pale indigo. And for him, we call homely. In fact, we put on him the slipper because it's much more relaxed. Of course, you can use slipper even outside. And also, you can create your own pants. Can be short or can be long because you have a zipper, so it's adjustable. And in the top area, we have a kind of tone-in-tone laser finishing or just printing. Here's the focus about linen cotton blends. As you noted in the dress of blanket filling, so blanket filling again, maybe somebody remember Linus saying his home blanket to feel more relaxed. But here you have this, let's say, pattern that are coming from linen inspirations with very crossy aspect. And also combination of brown shades, beige shades, and pale indigo. It's extremely relaxed. And for him, we call upsize. In fact, one of the another main elements that you can notice is the polo. The polo is one very basic item that now is used, and you can see from the last schedule, you can have extra large, you can have long, you can have, but it's important element. And we decide to keep here with a special opening in the front, but extra large, and combine with the very loose balloon shapes for the garment, for the pants. The utility. So the word utility we created because it's coming from routine plus utility. So while we are traveling, again, while we are traveling every day, while we are going to work, sometimes we have a lot of bags. So here, coming from the last trend about outdoor, we have a lot of extra pocket. But we decided to put it here in a more, let's say, more elegant way. So the approach we take for the product is design mainly focus on utility and function. As citizen, dynamic, comfort, sartorial inspiration, and elongated silhouette. There is a reinterpretation of classic design, as you can see from jacquard or herringbone here, or even stripe, like a very basic stripe coming from wool collection. And stretch and comfort that are, let's say, help you to move more freely in the city. And the monochromatic look, definitely earth and brown and beige. So it's a kind of city outdoor. And here you can note that we decided to bring some inspiration picture in the city. And interesting, this, let's say, reddish cast of brown this is nice because you are not using for outdoor, but you are using for the city trend. And we have revised the utility elegance, rectangular, very long, elongated silhouette, sartorial pocketing, routine creates new needs, and functional deluxe, refreshed heritage with denim, metropolitan armor, and definitely wool cotton blends. And the first two outfits, we have a focus about bag accessory, so denim, texture, socks, a lot of bag here. And for him, we call no limit look because the inspiration definitely is coming from outdoor. But we decided to upgrade him with a kind of jacquard look, so it's very more elegant and also tone in tone. So at the end, it is a kind of elegant look, but it's very useful because we have a lot of pocket. And for her, we call city walk. We decided to use a kind of fur. At the end, we are banning the fur, as many big brands are doing. So we can have a kind of, as we see this morning, we have imitation of fur by denim, can be some application by laser, so you create a kind of fur effect. But at the end, this is something very interesting because it's upgrading of fur. And again, combination of dark brown with blue, very elegant. And for her, we have also a combination of two skirts. One is in jersey, and the other one is denim. We can have a regulation by zipper, so at the end you have a more tighter or more large. And the second two outfits, laid back utility fit, so constructed hair and denim. So we call him alter to new, so there is no size number. Also here we have a combination of different material, can be corduroy combined with denim. And for the knit we have a graphene print to make more comfortable while you are traveling. And also the asymmetrical collar and the adjuster. As we say, and in the first group, we have adjuster. While you are going by bicycle, you can adjust your garment and make more functional it. And for her, we call rusty underground. This is a kind of mom fit, but we decided to upgrade the mom fit with some extra pocket. And also here we decided to have different combination of brown and printing. Again, this is a rusty things, can be printed, can be laser, can be over-dyed, so this is up to you, but I think you have enough offer today or tomorrow from the fabric mill. And this is interesting because this really express about utility. This monotone, tone-in-tone garment, for example, for hair we call powdery because we have these beige shades. It's a combination of different patterns, so gingham check here, and it's combined also with skirts, so tone-in-tone and micro pattern combined together in the same shade. And for him, the same, so urban uniform for him. We decided to apply different herringbone in different smaller and larger in the same outfit. And of course we have a tactical patch and pocket, so pockets and bags are very important. And for her we call fight dress, because she's, let's say, it's a kind of aggressive look because the jacket is coming from military look, but it's upgraded in color. Because it's very interesting purple cast that can be over dyed or just tinted or coated. And even for the dress, we decided to enlarge. We have a cut part that you enlarge, so you have more freedom while you are walking or while you are fighting. And also the mission, the legacy, she's a recap. So we have a micro pattern here. It's a very formal look, but we have a lot of different bags combining together. We have also the socks dégradé, and also inside we have the shirt that's dégradé, kind of wool or cotton dégradé, to create a tone-in-tone color. Another important group is rootless, and this is again related with the change of lifestyle we are facing. And this is definitely coming from the last catalog. We have a lot of street style inspiration. But this is, let's say, more about the spirit. Because, as you can see, this is a kind of stratification of different styles.
experience, volume, and fashion era, because you have 70s, 80s, 90s, and noughties all together. And there's a total freedom in assembly outfit, so there is no rule. And the kind of upcycle garment, recrafted by vintage, create a unique identity and unique garment. Because the big trend to renting or reusing the garment from vintage to repurpose in a new garment, this is a big trend, and we have some, let's say, also many good brands are working very well in this direction. And again, there is a kind of nomadic lifestyle, and it's a full mixed pieces. While you're traveling, you buy things, and you are using, combined with other stuff that you're buying while in the shops. And also in the garment, we have a mix of tie-dye aspect and some empowering slogan. Of course, this is coming from the street, and you need to underline your identity. And outdoor in the city, and written text. And also another important thing is gender-free. This is some, let's say, assimilated by the younger generation, because they have a new notion about the masculinity. So this is another big change. And this is the keywords and the trends. So important thing is, of course, picture taken in the street, and we have hand. So we want to express our identity. It's important. It's not arrogant, but just to underline who we are. And we have a class of static volume. So some are large and very big or small. So they are combined together. There's no rule. And the growing, definitely also sustainable education. No need to repeat it. What is happening nowadays? What is happening on Friday? And what is, the very young generation pushing hard to make a big change. So uniqueness and empowering ego, reassembled folklore, modern nomadism, interchangeable mixture, and cross-gender, cross-culture. The two outfits, we have the focus on the 90s subversion, baggy clothing, and nostalgic color praise. Here the colors are very bright. You have yellow, you have orange, you have very brightly impressive, because we have to underline our identity. In fact, we call him backpacker. So we have, dungaree, but dungaree and more, let's say, zipper and more pocket to have more freedom in your hand. And for the walk around, we create with a polo, again, remember the items, import items. We have, a kind of color block, like cell color block, we use a kind of pattern that coming from our tree. So even you can do by yourself. And for the pants, we enlarge the fit, because it's extremely, even if it's for winter, it's a very loose and light way to create an enlarged volume. Also the contrast stitching, as we say this morning. So polo, boxy, indigo, so very important outfit here. For these two ladies, we call layer mix. In fact, as you can see, she had different things on. We have a checks, we have a stripe, we have pants coming from the 90s, it's cut to create the belt. And also we have, the crop pants, more bell bottom. And we have an accent of color. Here, we need to have underlying identity by strong color. And for her, in fact, the focus is unexpected fabric mix, cut and paste. The techie, it's very nice because she's taking the polo stolen from her mom, and she using old pieces for new pieces. And this is really a recap of what is happening. Working by vintage, using old garment to make new things. So we have some raw, some old washed things, but all in a loop. And this, again, she's nice and can be even in some way more sartorial. And City is liquor for him, and he have a kind of upcycle crafted thumb patch, and it's also coming from tree. I take, while we are traveling, we take some fabric and we can use it in our garment, but also created by pattern or by laser or by printing to make, your unique garment. So one of the trends, for example, is Levi's nowadays. They can create your own garment. So you give the file of your, let's say, the file that you like better, or the print that you like better, and they are going to create your own garment. This is an interesting trend. And for her, we call party goer. Okay, this is a stretch pant with tie-dye effect. Definitely, when we say tie-dye, we need more sustainable tie-dye. And a combination of different stripes by paintings, by hand. So it's deconstructed. Again, we work on the sleeve. I want to underline also this aspect again. And we call him the journey collector. As I say, the travel is experience. While I travel, I became better and better, and I'm growing. Everybody, all of us, we are growing. And there is a combination. For example, is the usual tracker jacket. It's more enlarged, so it's very long. And then we put some detail, like different printing here. Also, the combination of tie-dye, very powerful cast, and tie-dye in paint. And for her, we call Wafer Stranger. We also have a combination of different checks and flat fabric. But the important thing is very evident contrast stitching. And yeah, we have the tie-dye. Again, this is a lot of tie-dye here. But it's, it's a kind of reinterpretation, because I think we don't want to get bored from this tie-dye again, but you have to make a good reinterpretation by using not in a big mass, but just in some detail. And the last group, beautiful, again, expedition. There is an adventure and independent spirit needs in nowadays words. And the products that can go with you from the mountain to the street. And adventure seeking. So we have a lot of technical features in the garment. We need new experience again. Weather-resistant property, multi-pockets, outdoor things. But another aspect, this more social aspect, there is activity. They are shared in community that have to create a new social experience. Like, for example, the hiking, running, camping, returning us to a better sense of a community. So when we do something together with other people, we are more motivated, by the way, but also we can aim to have a different experience because we have an help from the other. And this is the mood board, and we have hybrid composition, volume, and material, again hybrid. And perspective edge shapes, thermal layer, spirit of discovery, and shelter from extreme environmental, and desire for responsible products, and mountain escaping. And you notice a lot of brown, a lot of earth shade here. These two outfits, we put the focus on endless strap and harness. There's a lot of detailed straps, some regulation, some it's very technical things. And you can have these beautiful things that you can use it now. But at the end, you can create your own shapes by regulation. And we call her melted snow. Also, this jumpsuit is reversible. We have denim inside, and outside is a kind of canvas. And snowboard apparel, reversible agenda luxury, and all over digital print or corrosion. And for him, we call campfire overall. Again, we have a mix of different fabric and washing, and also the warmer for the shoes. The focus here is about the new tech aesthetic for military uniform, protective loose scope. And then we have a tech layering. She is nice because, of course, we have a part, the top part that is waterproof, and the back part that is more like a kind of grass printing, but it can be also by roiling. When you make a kind of, let's say, barber effect, you can create different aspects while you are moving. And for him, we call forest mimicry. Mimicry is interesting. I think many of us know this is more related with how the nature acts while we are changing the aspect, while we are living in the nature. Sometimes the animals are changing their outside protective way to changing related with the color. That's why we are thinking more to reshape and rethink how the man is dressing. So comfort and easiness feel, restyling or military appeal in a kimono shirt, and also tech camo, and also the interesting patches that can be also kilted also different shaping, so we create a different area that we want to be protected. I like these two outfits because, for example, the one that we call cozy layering. This is a usual workwear, but we decided to rethink and combine the white or ecru with indigo. It's difficult sometimes because we know that sometimes it's melting the indigo and to create some problem. But here it's nice because this is also the detail. We have some cordura detail for the pocket. And interesting, we can use a kind of reactive indigo. So it's a kind of upgrading. So a mega shirt, pant, heavy denim, polar fleece. And for him, is snowy cortina. Here we have also a kind of many layer all together. Again, a kind of onion wearing. Many layers together. So extra large bomber in pattern, and also the focus of our cozy, familiar notice. Notice, okay, finish the 90s, now we have the notice. And then the extreme layer, white on white or white on ecru. So very elegant aspect for winter. And this is everything, so I hope you enjoy. And thank you for being here with me. And I hope you like it and have a good day. I want to say something. I have at disposal half an hour here if somebody has a question. And we, if you want, now we are in direct live streaming. If you go on our social media, Meidea, you can review our presentation of today. Thank you.